आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव। Azadi ka Safar with AIR News. India's glorious fight for freedom is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. Every day, AIR News brings you a glimpse of the valiant struggle. In today's episode, we will talk about freedom fighter named Sahodaran Ayyappan, P. Jeevnantham, and we'll also talk about August offer of the British. Today is the birth anniversary of Sahodaran Ayyappan, a social reformer and thinker from Kerala. Ayyappan was born on 21st of August 1889 in Cherai, Ernakulam. Influenced by the philosophy of Sree Narayana Guru, Ayyappan became his disciple. A staunch rationalist, he launched a magazine titled Yukthivad in 1928 to propagate his thoughts of freedom, equality, and brotherhood.
What can be called a milestone in Kerala's Renaissance movement is the Misra Bhojanam, in which people of all castes had dinner together. Ayyappan got the prefix Sahodaran to his name after he started a journal titled Sahodaran to help promote harmony in the society. He breathed his last on the 6th of March 1968. The legacy left behind by Sahodaran will remain etched in the history of Kerala's socio-cultural renaissance.
Today is also the birth anniversary of another great son of India, P. Jeevnantham. He was born on 21st of August 1907 in the present-day Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu. He was not only a freedom fighter and a socio-political leader, but was also a cultural theoretician, excellent orator, journalist and critic, and above all, a relentless fighter for the deprived. A politician with a clean record in public life who lived and died in utter poverty.
Jeevnantham started his political life as a Gandhian. In 1924, he participated in the Vaikam Satyagraha. He also participated in a protest demanding entry for so-called untouchables into the Suchindram temple. Later, during his stay in an ashram in Siruvayal, he had written a letter to Gandhi, disagreeing with some of his methods. When Gandhi came to Madras, he had this letter in his pocket and wanted to meet Jiva. He told Rajaji that he would like to go to the ashram where he resided and meet him. When Gandhi went to Shiruvayal ashram and asked for Jiva, the Mahatma was surprised to meet the 25-year-old Jiva. His patriotism took him to the national movement. His revulsion towards caste-based discrimination led him to the self-respect movement.
One of his major influences was the works of the Tamil poet Subramanya Bharati, and also Bharati's persona and simple lifestyle. He was well versed in Tamil literature and was a good orator. Jiva translated Bhagat Singh's classic essays into Tamil. Jeevnantham was in the forefront of efforts to build a strong labour movement in Tamil Nadu. In the first general elections in post-independence India, Jiva became an MLA and worked for the development of Tamil Nadu.
And it was on this day in 1940 when the nationalist leaders rejected the August offer in a meeting held at Wardha. During the Second World War, Viceroy Linlithgow had declared India to be at war against Germany. Indian leaders were miffed as the British government had pulled India into war without the consent of the people of the country. But the British government was keen on getting Indian support as it feared to lose the battle. Viceroy Linlithgow made a set of proposals called the August Offer. It proposed to accord India's dominion status among other offers. But nationalists rejected the offer and demanded nothing but complete independence.
After the failure of August offer, Mahatma Gandhi urged volunteers to offer individual satyagraha. Vinoba Bhave, the saint of Wardha, was the first to volunteer. Satyagrahis also started the Dilli Chalo movement. This was the decisive moment in the freedom struggle. This was the last leg of struggle for independence when, after individual satyagraha in 1942, Gandhiji launched the Quit India movement with the mantra of do or die, which eventually brought freedom for the nation.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.